Hello everyone, welcome back to a new run of Yu-Gi-Oh! The Duelist of the Roses Redux. As you can see with me having perfectly ultimate Great Moth, this one will be using insect monsters, and yeah, there is no insect deck, so I gone ahead and, just grinded out like a couple of insect monsters you can get from like the free spin. So like this is what the insect deck is currently looking like. It's, far from complete, but we've got a perfectly ultimate Great Moth. I decided to only really use one in the deck because goddamn, its deck cost is 70, which is really high. Outside of that, we got like one Javelin Beetle because, variety. And then, Kumotoko was in the starter deck. Same with Korogashi and Hunter Spider. Great Moth I got from lining up 3 slots. And yeah, I got 3 Poop-Off Moth and 1 Larva Moth. Yeah, Poop-Off Moth is really strong, as you can get a perfectly ultimate Great Moth in like 1 turn. And yeah, these guys have some really strong abilities where if they're face up in defense position, they just make your opponent lose attack. And we can get up ultimate Great Moth really easily. And 3500 is really strong. Yeah, the deck leader abilities, they're all right. Honestly, like extended support range plus same type same type increase is just a very nice opening package, if you ask me. Like that's just decent on any. But it's not like the deck isn't finished yet. Like, probably in the next episode I'll grind up against Weevil to like fully make a insect deck complete, but that'll be next episode. The reason I'm doing insect is because insect also did well on the poll that I took like maybe a month and a half ago, where I ended up doing Pyro, but ironically I recorded the Pyro videos, and then I went back to look at the poll and saw that insects were actually ahead, which was a little ironic. So, like, most of our deck isn't really particularly well suited, I'd say, for insects yet. Like, a major thing about the insect monsters is that they have absolutely no... They just have absolutely no fusions. Alright, well... he always has flying... I swear, Weevil always starts off with Giant Flea. That has happened so many times, it's kind of ridiculous, but... I mean, yeah, we're basically just, like... We got perfectly ultimate Great Moth. We can summon a couple of them, so generally speaking, I'm not worried about this map at all. Even though, like, most of our deck doesn't have insect synergy yet. I'll do that, like, I'll grind that off screen in the next episode, but... Alright, that's 300 damage to Kumotoko. And now we really do need a monster to be put up here. Well, this doesn't give it to me. If I back up one, I can use like Goblin Secret and Remedy, and yeah, I mean, we're not gonna need Vile Germs. As I'm not gonna. I've used the plant deck, by the way, as like the base to make this deck. Meaning that like most of the extra cards I have left are plant monsters, and are like plant support cards. Like the reason I picked the plant deck is because it just happened to have 3 insect monsters. And look, he's already got off the Larva Moth, which is a little scary, but now we can get off Hunter Spider. That is, I guess, one thing we do not have to worry about at all, is accidentally fusing our monsters into something we don't want. I guess we just put you forward instead. However, like, because of the fact that there's no fusions for, like, insects, I feel like a lot of insect monsters kind of become just straight up useless. Like, if it doesn't have an effect, and doesn't have a high attack, then it's kind of just not useful. So, I am glad he attacked into me because, well, now we can kill it. Damn. Under Spider's legs were surprisingly muscular, like, I'm not the only one that saw that. That thing does, however, have like 3,000 defense, so... yeah, then we just don't draw. We just don't draw into something spectacular here. Yeah, this makes Rose Spectre of Dawn, but... well, I'm not really using plans. Eventually we'll get to plans, but... not right now. Alright, those guys are all going in defense mode. Probably meaning that they're not stronger. Alright, that's Larvae of Moth. Kinda wish we got something better. I guess we'll start bringing out our own Larvae of Moth. Acid Crawler. We'll kill it. That being said, like, Weevil can just, like, pull out a Javelin Beetle or a Great Moth like it's nothing, so... It's definitely not a guaranteed win, I'd say. Especially considering that we also just straight up don't have our, we don't have any of our, like, perfectly ultimate Great Moths up yet. But, to be fair, I am glad I was able to actually, like, grind some cards out for this deck. Throw out a Bear Trap here. I mean, that might just bait something out. Alright, he goes back to attack something, which, I mean, it could be stronger. It's Goblin's Secret Remedy. Okay. Alright, game, come on. It did not give it to me. If we don't send anything out, we can get Great Moth turn afterwards. I'll put you there. Yeah, it puts at least his deck leader kind of in a precarious position if he doesn't just kill it off here. Which it does with Javelin Beetle. Yikes. Well, honestly, Javelin Beetle's attack actually isn't really that high. It's lower than Great Moth, for instance, so... That being said, I mean, he does strike down our fucking Hunter Spider, who... Hunter Spider does not skip leg day, and I just find that funny. Alright, let's see what we can do. We can do this at least. We can beat over Larvae of Moth, which, I don't know if that just now makes, like, if that makes Great Moth, or if it makes, like, Larvae Moth or something like that. Don't even really know what Petite Moth and Larvae Moth's effects even are in this game, if they even have effects. Alright, well, that sack's done. Yeah, no, it does spawn something. But, I mean, I don't know what that is. We can set a bear trap here. Alright, he just gets rid of it. I'm gonna assume that because of that reason it's not a like super strong monster. Which one did he turn into? Larvae Moth. Yeah, I mean fair enough that he destroys that. Alright, time to get rid of Javelin Beetle. That being said, another thing, Pupa of Moth is really strong. Is a really strong card because, you know, for only 2 stars you can get perfectly ultimate grade Moth after, you know, waiting for 1 turn. Now, of course, with that I don't have as much versatility in using it, but I mean, I guess dumps the brakes, I guess. Alright, we put that one there. Don't think he'll have enough to break through it. Unless he just happens to spawn in a Javelin Beetle. Alright. And that's an infinite dismissal, that's fine. Dungeon Worm, interesting. To be fair, there's a lot of cards Weevil has that we can utilize. Although, I think most of the best insect monsters are unfortunately gotten by, like, reincarnation. Although, I think Dungeon Worm does have some unique things going for it. As being able to get through the labyrinth terrain could make some battles slightly quicker, easier. It just genuinely isn't like an interesting gimmick to have on your monsters. But boom, 1700, and yeah, hopefully we just win next turn, but we're gonna have to see about that. Because boom, here we have another Pupa of Moth. And another Pupa of Moth. Kind of insane how quickly they turn into the stronger versions. Ooh, making me stronger. That's kind of a misclick. Let's just do that. Gonna presume that he doesn't know. He does not know. I mean, Jiraiya is pretty strong for its low cost. I mean, think about it. That thing's like just a straight 2700. Being sent out with our... oh damn, he's twerking! With our deck leader abilities. However, I mean, that thing I think still has a pretty high deck cost, and also, you know, we can kind of just get out stronger monsters even easier. Jiraiya always been kind of an interesting monster. I know in a lot of the earlier Yu-Gi-Oh games, where they did not have either like his effect yet, or they didn't or they use like more simple rules. Jiraiya used to be like one of the most overpowered cards in the game. And looking back, somehow he still has 450 left. Hey, it's Kuwagata Alpha. Well, Kuwagata Alpha, you gotta die now. Alright, good job. Perfectly ultimate great Moth. This is the start of a beautiful friendship. A devious one. Yeah, I mean, yeah, insects. I think insects are really strong because they've got a really strong boss monster, which is easy to bring out. So honestly, I mean, most of the cards on here, like on this list here, don't really seem to be that great, but I mean, yeah, that's like the worst card to get. Hey, we got 3 in a row, but we only got 1. Psycho Puppet, awesome. That's gonna be our key to victory, Psycho Puppet. I mean, I guess I could put Kuwagata Alpha in the deck because it's an insect. And I just like the idea of having, actually having insects in the deck. I like that part. So let's see what we get rid of. Psycho Puppet, by the way, you are a Fiend. I never used him in the Fiend run because we never really got its. We never really got the cards that really mesh with that card specifically. So, it's a question of what do we get rid of. It doesn't really matter. None of them are particularly good. I guess we get rid of like a monster card before anything else. Let's just get rid of the most like expensive thing, like Toon Alligator. Awesome, we got another insect to the insect army. Alright, I think I'm gonna face Rex off, and then that's probably where the first episode ends. I'm gonna have to be doing more grinding, but I suppose that's just kind of the thing with like the early game of this one, which is just grinding. It's fine. I don't mind doing it. It's fun to build the decks and just like to build a really strong deck. Like personally, I really enjoyed like the fire deck and how we build our decks that way. All right, well we get nothing of value here. I'm not even gonna really try to make plays with most of these plant monsters. Because it's kind of not the point, you know what I mean? Hey, we got you, that's cool. Alright, one thing is that we don't have the terrain, so we do have to be a little careful about that. As, I mean, he is pretty good at, I don't really know what to say. He's pretty good at, like, slowly buffing up his monsters and kind of making... Sometimes he just has... He's got a bunch of buffing cards, which he buffs the whole field with, and if you're not careful, you can sometimes get multiple buffs on, like, a couple monsters. Particularly, like, Serpent Marauder, usually. That's usually the one that you have to be a little afraid of. Or afraid. He threw away Crocodilus! No! Crocodilus! We all loved Crocodilus. Alright. Still, I don't think he has... 3,500 is not like something I think he'll beat over instantly. Or at least not quick enough. Okay, there comes Serpent Marauder. Luckily enough, like without Forest, that effect's kind of nullified. So yeah, beating him quickly is, I suppose, the best thing to do. What are we getting? Boom, we'll throw out the Bear Trap, why not? What's Bear Trap's limit? I think it's 2,000. Yeah. Kind of even don't really want a monster with lower than 2,000 attack to die, because we do a shit ton of damage to him in return. Another Serpent Marauder. Oh yeah, he doesn't get his movement bonus because of the Serpent Marauder, which is kind of ironic. But now we finish off at least one of his Brachioradus, which is one of his more dangerous monsters. We also have to be a little careful about paralyzing potions, but honestly, like, we can send out, like, if one of the Perfectly Ultimate Great Mobs dies, we can get another one out relatively quickly. Sure is an interesting noise that this monster makes. Like, some of the monster noises in this game in general are pretty interesting. Good job, Perfectly Ultimate Great Mob. 800 damage to him. What do we got next up? I think I'm gonna wait a turn. It's kind of really unideal to play Pupa Moth over here, I think. Something power increase. Somehow I don't really think that it's strong enough to take care of us. It's a Toon Alligator. Oh, we just threw that guy out of our deck. He's come for revenge. God, he kind of he makes you noise like he's in a lot of pain, to be honest. And the fact that his eyes are like not closed are a little scary in that sense, or morbid maybe. But boom, we did it. Perfect Ultimate Great Moth just kind of does his little shuffle when he wins. When do you guys think you're gonna be tired of me saying Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth? Prevo's cool, but yeah, Pupa Moth. Hopefully he doesn't actually have something to destroy it. However, I think if he does destroy it, I think it turns into Great Moth, which is like really kind of busted. Okay, another Serpent Marauder. And it's a paralyzing potion. Well, that kind of sucks. At this point, like, do you really need to even see the animations? Probably not. Hey, we got our own Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth. Yeah, sorry about those other lads, but we're gonna just kind of let them all go in that sense. Bear Trap, sure. Like, at this point, I think he's just a bit too far. He's too far gone to really make anything like get over this, beat over this, unless he has probed up like all of his power-ups on one monster in one go. Boom, boom. Another Serpent Marauder dead. And we'll place you there. Sure. We'll give you another buff. Pretty sure Great Mob actually has the same ability as Perfectly Ultimate Great Mob to lower the opponent's monsters. It's actually a good way to tell if like the opponent has like trap cards and monster cards. Well, I mean, goodbye Grappler. Genuinely not really concerned about that Serpent Marauder. We don't have the field bonus anyways. We could this there, however. We could, however... Well, he doesn't actually know what this monster is. If we destroy these two cards, we won. Because then we can just completely block him out from doing anything. Toon Alligator again. Yeah, Rex really didn't get the best of cards here. Or at least not like... He didn't really get all of his buffing cards and his, you know... He didn't get a single Serpentine Princess, and I think he's got 3 of those. And he didn't get any of the water buffering cards. What was it called? He also didn't get Sebek's Blessing, so he really didn't get anything here. This could have been maybe harder, but it seems like Rex just got like a poor hand. That or he's kind of in like the mode of having to send out monsters constantly. But yeah, he can't summon anything. And we win. Alright, we got Toon Alligator, like we didn't have that card already. Well, that's fine. Alright. So yeah, that was the first episode of the insect run. By the next episode, I'll probably have completely built a insect deck. I don't know, I'm gonna try to make it as like busted as possible, because I think you guys mostly want to see just like how good these decks can get. Although, I mean, I do know some of y'all probably like me just kind of struggling with like the weak cards. But that'll come. I know there's like one difficulty deck, which I'll try to play without. Maybe I might just play that deck without like changing it at all from the base as like a challenge run. But I might do that on like stream instead. So yeah, I mean, this is what the deck now looks like, and got a couple of insects. Yeah, we basically already have our strongest monsters already there, but you know, just wait until we get stuff like Bladefly and Forest and like insect armor. That'll really be fucking bumping. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the first episode, and yeah, for more to come. See you guys next time. Goodbye.